So DC just posted this on their official Instagram. This is a collaborative post with Millie Alcock, who has been cast as a new Supergirl. Let's talk about this. This is just so incredibly exciting. First of all, I want to say this really is the era for the Superfan. We have the new Superman movie coming out this year, directed by James Gunn, which looks incredible. If you have not seen that teaser trailer, you definitely should. It's so good, it might make you emotional. Also, we have My Adventures with Superman, which is great. I just started season 1, I know I'm late, but it's really good. It's like a manga style Superman story. It's really cute. And then also the latest season of the Harley Quinn animated show on Max takes place in Metropolis. So we get to see Superman in there. So yeah, it just really is the era for the Superfam. So the new Supergirl movie is going to be based off Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which is one of my favorite comics from DC. This is a phenomenal story. I already loved Supergirl so much as a character, and I really think it's just captured the essence of who she is. And it's just such an important and really dark story. So I'm going to try to pitch it to you and convince you to read it, because I think you should before the movie comes out. It's just so good. This is a dark story, but I think it's an important story. It's about grief, and also it's about genocide. I think this is a great representation on who Supergirl is as a character. I think it's also just a really great character study. I think a lot of people reduce her down to being essentially a gender-bent Superman, but that couldn't be further from the truth. I think she's a really misunderstood character when it comes to maybe more casual comic book readers. Superman, Clark Kent, came to Earth as a baby, and he doesn't have any memories of his life before of Krypton. Supergirl watched her entire planet die as a young teenager, so she carries that grief with her. And of course, that's going to cause anger. And I mean, in New 52, that continuity, we actually see her get a Red Lantern ring, which just shows how angry she can. And of course, it's a different continuity, but I do think that that really does represent her character properly. So this story starts off with Supergirl celebrating her 21st birthday. Now, she can't actually get drunk on Earth because of the yellow sun, so she's going off planet to celebrate. So it's a pretty fun premise, but also I think it really just shows her relationship with the galaxy as a whole and how it differs from Clark. Clark is an Earth boy, an all-American Earth boy. She is an intergalactic girl. You know, Krypton had a very different relationship with the galaxy as opposed to Earth, so she spent her childhood and teenage years traveling off planet, which we see explored briefly in this comic in some like flashbacks and talking about her life. We also get to see some flashbacks of her on Krypton as it is dying, which really does flesh out the character and just show some of her trauma. While celebrating her 21st birthday off planet, she does get wrapped up in some stuff, and she discovers a group of essentially pirates going planet to planet committing genocide, so she's chasing after them, trying to stop them. So she does visit all of these different communities and people affected by this genocide. So it is a very heavy comic. But once again, it's a very important story in my opinion. So I'm really excited to see how they interpret this comic and what elements they pull from Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I have really high hopes for the new era of the DC cinematic universe, and this new Supergirl movie, I just have really high hopes. And the new Superman movie looks amazing, so I'm overall just really excited. This is a really good time to be a DC fan. So Supergirl was really a gateway into me loving comic books. I had always kind of loved superheroes and comic books casually, but I started to read comic books like really seriously in high school, and I was picking up trade paperbacks, you know, the volumes from Barnes & Noble. I wasn't even going to the comic book shops. I remember the first 2 comics that I picked up that like changed everything was Teen Titans, A Kid's Game, as well as Supergirl, Girl of Steel. I read that in one sitting, and the rest is just really history. Thank you for watching, and comment down below what you want me to review or talk about next.